A celebration of light, hope, and community, Hanukkah on Bondi Beach was meant to be a joyful gathering, a moment where families and friends came together to share tradition and warmth under the open sky. The golden glow of menorahs flickered against the waves, laughter and music filling the air as dusk settled over Sydney's iconic shoreline. But in an instant, that celebration turned into a night of darkness and terror, shattering the peace that had drawn so many to the beach that evening. On December 14, 2025, Bondi Beach in Sydney was alive with the spirit of Hanukkah. Hundreds of people, including children, parents, and grandparents, gathered to mark the Festival of Lights, their voices rising in song and prayer as the sun dipped below the horizon. Suddenly, the unthinkable happened. Gunfire erupted. Two attackers, armed and determined, opened fire on the unsuspecting crowd. The sound of shots rang out over the sand, sending waves of panic through the festival. Chaos replaced celebration as people screamed and ran for their lives, desperately seeking shelter. In the confusion, families were separated, and the joyous occasion was transformed into a scene of horror. 16 people lost their lives, and dozens more were wounded, some critically. The city was left reeling, its sense of safety shattered. Shock and grief swept through Sydney and beyond, as news of the attack spread rapidly. Emergency services rushed to the scene, working through the night to treat the wounded, comfort survivors, and secure the area. Paramedics, police, and volunteers acted with courage and urgency, saving lives amid the chaos. The attack sent shockwaves across Australia, a country where mass shootings are rare and public gatherings are usually safe. The nation mourned together, united in disbelief and sorrow. Authorities quickly labeled the shooting an act of terror, targeting the Jewish community during one of its most sacred celebrations. The attack was a direct assault on the values of tolerance and multiculturalism that Australia holds dear. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese addressed the nation, condemning the attack as both evil and anti-Semitic. He promised swift action and support for the victims and their families, vowing that hate would not divide the country. The attackers were identified as a father and son. The father was killed by police at the scene, while the son was arrested and taken into custody. Their motives and connections became the focus of an intense investigation. Nearby, a suspected explosive device was discovered, suggesting the attackers may have planned an even deadlier assault. The bomb squad worked quickly to neutralize the threat, preventing further tragedy. 6 weapons were recovered from the scene, raising urgent questions about how such firepower was obtained and whether Australia's strict gun laws had been circumvented. The older suspect's valid firearms license exposed troubling gaps in the nation's security system, sparking debate about background checks and the effectiveness of current regulations. In the aftermath, Australia was left searching for answers and justice. Vigils were held on the sand where the tragedy unfolded, as a nation grieved together and resolved to confront the challenges ahead. In the aftermath, the tragedy became a global flashpoint, capturing the attention of leaders and citizens around the world. The shocking event sent ripples through international communities, with headlines dominating news cycles and sparking urgent debates about responsibility and security. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu quickly addressed the world, placing blame on Australia's recent recognition of Palestine for the attack. He argued that this diplomatic decision was not just symbolic, but had real-world consequences that could not be ignored. According to Netanyahu, Australia's policy shift emboldened extremists and put Jewish Australians at greater risk. He warned that such recognition could inspire further violence, making communities more vulnerable and heightening tensions within Australia itself. Netanyahu's accusation ignited a diplomatic firestorm, with officials from multiple countries weighing in. The controversy quickly escalated, drawing in diplomats, analysts, and world leaders who debated the wisdom and timing of Australia's move. Netanyahu claimed he had personally warned Prime Minister Anthony Albanese that recognizing Palestine would fuel anti-Semitism and potentially lead to tragic consequences. He insisted that his warnings had gone unheeded. In his view, such diplomatic moves do not promote peace, but instead reward terrorism and encourage further attacks. Netanyahu's statements were delivered with a sense of urgency and frustration, as he called for a reassessment of international policies. His comments transformed a national tragedy into a heated international debate with media outlets around the globe analyzing every word and implication. Netanyahu went further, warning other countries that supporting Palestinian statehood could bring similar violence to their own shores. He urged world leaders to reconsider their positions, suggesting that diplomatic recognition could have unintended and dangerous consequences. The message was clear. In Netanyahu's view, diplomatic recognition of Palestine encourages extremism and undermines global security efforts. Netanyahu's words placed intense pressure on Australia and its allies, forcing them to defend their decisions on the world stage and reconsider their diplomatic strategies. The world watched closely as a local attack became a symbol of global tensions, with people everywhere questioning the balance between diplomacy and security. The diplomatic standoff was set, with both sides refusing to back down and the stakes growing higher with each passing day. The tragedy's meaning was now fiercely contested on the world stage, as leaders, citizens and commentators struggled to define its legacy and chart a path forward in an increasingly divided world. Australia's government responded with resolve. Prime Minister Albanese rejected any link between his policy and the attack. He mourned the victims and condemned terrorism and anti-Semitism. Albanese defended recognizing Palestine as a principled, internationally supported step. He insisted the move aimed for peace, not to reward violence. Despite Israeli protests and diplomatic tension, Australia stood firm. Albanese separated the actions of terrorists from foreign policy debates. He called for unity, not division, in the face of tragedy. Australia vowed to pursue justice and maintain its vision for peace. Australia's recognition of Palestine reflected a global shift. After the 2023 Gaza war, more Western nations recognized Palestinian statehood. Countries like Ireland, Spain, Norway, Canada, and France joined the movement. Supporters saw recognition as a step toward peace and justice. The number of countries recognizing Palestine reached 159, pressuring holdouts like the US. Israel, under Netanyahu, fiercely opposed these moves, calling them threats to peace. The debate over recognition versus negotiation became a defining global issue. The Sydney attack intensified this divide, highlighting the stakes. The world was now split over how to achieve lasting peace. Amid the horror and chaos that gripped Bondi Beach that day, a story of extraordinary courage and selflessness shone through the darkness. As sirens wailed and fear swept through the crowd, one man made a choice that would change countless lives. Ahmed Al-Ahmed, a Muslim fruit shop owner known for his kindness in the community, ran toward danger as others desperately fled for safety. Without hesitation, he left his shop behind, driven by a sense of duty and compassion for his neighbors. In a moment of pure bravery, Ahmed tackled one of the gunmen, wrestling away the weapon with his bare hands. His quick thinking and fearless action saved lives, preventing even greater tragedy from unfolding on the crowded street. Though he was shot twice during the struggle, Ahmed survived, thanks to the rapid response of paramedics and the support of bystanders who rushed to help. His resilience in the face of pain inspired everyone who witnessed the aftermath. In the days that followed, Ahmed's bravery became a powerful symbol of unity and hope in a moment defined by hate and violence. People from all walks of life gathered to honor his courage, lighting candles and embracing one another in solidarity. Leaders across Australia and around the world hailed Ahmed as a hero, recognizing the profound impact of his actions. His story was shared in headlines and speeches, inspiring millions to stand against hate. Prime Minister Albanese praised Ahmed's selflessness, highlighting the remarkable power of a Muslim man risking his life to save Jewish lives. He called it a testament to the strength of Australia's diverse communities. Even Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu acknowledged Ahmed's courage, sending a message of gratitude and respect that echoed across continents. Ahmed's actions stood in direct defiance of the attacker's hateful ideology, showing that compassion and bravery can overcome even the darkest intentions. His story united a divided nation, reminding everyone that humanity's strength lies in coming together, supporting one another, and choosing love over hate. Today, Ahmed is celebrated as the hero of Bondi Beach, his name spoken with admiration and gratitude by people across Australia and beyond. His name now stands for hope, solidarity, and the enduring belief that one person's courage can inspire a nation to heal and unite. The attack triggered Australia's largest counter-terror investigation. Police raided the suspect's home, searching for motives and accomplices. The discovery of a valid firearms license raised alarms about gun control. Authorities began reviewing how the attacker obtained weapons. The investigation expanded internationally, with Israel probing possible foreign links. Israeli officials suggested Iranian involvement, adding complexity. The possibility of state-sponsored terror raised global stakes. Security was tightened nationwide, especially at Jewish sites. Australia faced pressure to restore public safety and confidence. The nation was forced to confront new threats in a changed world. The world reacted with shock and solidarity. Leaders condemned the attack and supported Australia's Jewish community. Netanyahu's attempt to link the attack to Palestine policy drew criticism. Many saw his comments as politicizing tragedy and deepening divides. Countries recognizing Palestine stood by Australia, defending their policies as pro-peace. The controversy exposed a widening rift over the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. The Sydney attack became a symbol of this global debate. The world was left grappling with grief and disagreement. Linking foreign policy to terrorism is a dangerous game. Critics warned Netanyahu's rhetoric oversimplified complex causes of extremism. Blaming policy decisions risks stifling diplomatic progress and independent choices. Jewish leaders cautioned that such arguments distract from fighting real anti-Semitism. True solidarity means protecting communities, not using tragedy for politics. The Sydney attack showed how interconnected the world has become. Policy in one country can spark global consequences. The choice now: deepen division or unite against hate. The future depends on learning from tragedy and working for peace.